Yes.
Just wanted to say thank you very much for that. I had a question. You mentioned earlier how Dollhouse has nothing to do with vampires, and yet they all sleep in coffins.
Yes, well, my vampires didn't. So this is new territory for me.
They're really cozy. I don't know what everybody's making a big deal about. They're like cozy little pods.
They're, you know what? They're really nice and snuggly, and then the glass closes, and it's not so snuggly anymore. But you know, is there a common thread? I think the answer is yes, and it's probably the search for the soul. I mean, this is the same thing. Vampires are considered unpeople, and so are actives, which is what they call the dolls in the house. They're unpeople too, and Echo's search really is for her soul. So, in that sense, yeah, she should sleep in a coffin and not have garlic.
Thank you, Thomas. We're all looking forward to another TV show after such a long time.
You know what?
What types of film and television shows are we going to see influencing your work? And as much as we saw the great fantasy and sci-fi shows and films reflect themselves in the stories and the dialogue and the jokes above the page.
I'll be stealing from the following. There's so many. I mean, my first conversation with Tahmoh was about the book Never Let Me Go, because it just had very much an essence of what we're doing. AI and movies like that, you know, where they really question the humanity of people. AI, I think, is a terribly underrated movie. I just watched Collateral, because it is one of the most perfect LA movies ever made. It really uses the environment of LA the way I want us to, and the way man films is very environmental, which I'm very attracted to in this. You know, I'm going to be doing something that is a little feistier than I'm used to in the way we're filming it. Sometimes I hang back. There's a little Ang Lee going on in the Dollhouse. It's kind of like very serene and kind of beautiful, but no Hulk. And but then it's also going to be a little bit more of a sort of frenetic ride. In the way that I'm filming it, it's going to be a little more visceral. That's one of the things that I'm amping up in the new pilot, is sort of trying to challenge myself as a filmmaker, because as a director, I think I still got a lot to learn, so this is going to be some new ground there.
Hi, my next question is for Joss, and I was just curious, in the several media formats you've worked in, comics, movies, and stuff, how's the difference in the creative process of the writing challenge you? And for Tahmoh, does Eliza's spine go up?
Again? Sorry.
She's not going to understand that one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even remember my question. What was it again?
Your question was creating in the different media.
Right, thank you. Spine. Yeah, that's fine.
Go ahead, Joss. Thanks for that.
Okay, so basically, you know, this is like bringing your banjo on stage after the Stones play. Okay, we're gonna rock. Are you ready to rock? But I'm interested in the question. Basically, the mediums for me, the process is ultimately never different at all. I mean, the essential thing that I'm trying to do always is find the moment. And that moment could be an act break, it could be when you turn the page in a comic, it could be anywhere, but it's that moment. It's the moment that you go, oh, that's me, or oh, that's cool, or oh, that person's dead. Whatever it is that just sort of blows the thing up. Trailer moments, you might call them. Things that just amp everything up and sort of distill everything you're trying to say in one incredibly cool moment that's a shot, that's a line, that's a thing, it's sort of the most emotional. Where is that? Where is that? And everything I write, that's all I'm thinking about.
Always reading everything you ever have written for me. That's what I get, and that's what I love so much. Is that I just I feel, I get physical feeling just reading it on the page, and then we go in and we get to do it. It's the real deal.
My spine's glowing a little.
Josh, can you talk a little bit about the reshooting of the pilot? I mean, are we kind of seeing Firefly all over again with like a train job? Pilot?
Yeah, I know that scared a lot of people. And we're not seeing the train job for a number of reasons. One is that this isn't a 2-hour pilot where everybody meets each other for the first time. The episode that I shot comes into the Dollhouse with everybody already in place and the story very much in progress. So to go back and do what I referred to when I first pitched it as the prequel, just meant finding different aspects of the things I want to say about these people that would lead up to what I had shot, and in fact give what I'd shot a great deal more resonance because we'll already have known these people for a whole hour. Or 50 minutes because it's remote-free TV. So it's a much more organic process. It was my idea to do it, and I don't have to cram a million things of exposition in. I have a few moments in there that are very different from what I had in the other one, but are still very much pilot moments. Some really extraordinary things about the characters, new ways to introduce them, and it should flow very organically from one to the other, which will air right after it, not last.